Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NerdDen here once again, and in today's video I am going to be kind of collating all the leaks for Doctor Who Series 13, and more specifically the finale, and trying to get a good image of what we could possibly expect from the finale itself. So we're going to be looking through the multiple Reddit posts that have been made over the past week or so, and kind of getting like a good image of what the potential finale could be for Series 13. There could be regeneration, it could be a companion departure, it could be both. It's completely random. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright, so here we go. This is a new post, or like a newish post, that's basically going through the developments of the series, not just Series 13, but we do know that Chris Chibnall isn't leaving this year. That's been stated in the post, and that there isn't a 3-season contract. It's 5 seasons, and that has apparently always been the plan. And that is part of the 5-year plan that Chris Chibnall was banging on about earlier in his tenure. But yeah, essentially, yeah, Chris Chibnall is going to be staying on for the foreseeable future. So that will go all the way through to Series 15. That is apparently going to have shorter episodes. I'll be doing a separate video on that discussing the format change. But yeah, it looks like the BBC have been paying attention to the viewing ratings dropping. But obviously, it's not drastic, and obviously, TV viewing habits have changed. So, it's doing well in terms of modern TV, but they want to get those numbers up still. So, yeah. But let's just have a look here. So, we do know that, you know, the BBC are looking for a successor to Chibnall, and that will come into effect in 2024 at the earliest. So, you know, Chibnall could stay on like Stephen Moffat did. That would be very interesting to see if that would happen or not. But obviously, you know, they've named a few names here, but we're not going to go over that in the video. We are more interested in the finale. So, a little contradiction to the other Reddit posts we have looked at. The series opener was supposedly a 2-parter, but it says it won't be, but the finale kind of is. And that there won't be a specific festive special for this series. However, it has been suggested that the second half of the finale episode could be broadcast on Christmas or New Year's Day, depending on how the schedule works out. So, very interesting. Also, something to point out is that the Daleks won't be coming back, but don't be surprised if one makes a very brief appearance. I think this happened in one of Capaldi's series openers, as well as one in Matt Smith's series. They won't be the lead foe in any of the episodes, but Chibnall is likely to bring them back in Series 14 or 15, as the BBC consider them to be beneficial to the ratings. Very cool to understand that. But yeah, we've got some stuff here as well about Series 14, but again, we're saving that. But there we go. The key bit here is about the finale. So we are going to be getting a kind of 2-parter, so it might be loosely connected. Kind of the similar way to how Utopia was. Well, it was basically a 3-part. I guess it just depends on viewer habits, but according to this leak, it isn't. But let's go and have a look at the previous leaks. Alright, so if you go back to the original leak post, episodes 7 and 8 are the supposed 2-part finale. That one leak saying that they're connected, and some saying that it's kind of connected. So we'll just roll that it is a 2-parter. So episode 7 and 8 will feature the Time Lord division that we've previously discussed, and that the Doctor will end up revisiting the planet Khan, where obviously the Sisterhood of Khan are there, and that Rassilon has basically been taken in as a refugee after being banished from Gallifrey by the Doctor in Hell Bent. So Rassilon will apparently have a key role in the story, and will obviously have knowledge about the Timeless Child and the division itself. That was to be expected, and the Master kind of makes a return, but not like a full one. Kind of how Anthony Ainley made a reappearance in the 5th Doctor's Regeneration. I guess that would be kind of like an expanded cameo for Sacha Dhawan, but still would be pretty cool to see happen. And then apparently episode 8 will feature the regeneration of the Doctor, as well as the departure of Yaz, obviously allowing the 14th Doctor and Dan to travel the universe. Pretty cool. And then obviously there will be more information about the Roof Doctor, that apparently has a lot of information still to be discovered. But yeah, apparently she's going to have a bigger role. But let's go back onto the other article now. That was just like a follow-up to the leaks. So apparently Jodie's departure is uncertain. So we might be getting a regeneration in the finale. and then they're just going on about Chibnall, but we're more focused on the finale. So, the whole series consisting of 2 parts is apparently inaccurate, but the finale could be seen as a 2-parter, depending on your perspective. So that's something that is apparently still up for debate, because apparently Chibnall is still in the first draft. So that format is kind of up in the air, but I imagine for a finale, especially after the Series 11 one, they'll probably go for a 2-parter. So I do hope that we get that. But apparently the rest of the season will just be a trend of single-part episodes that, okay, it could work, but I do like it when they mix it up and kind of just mix the format up a little bit. And apparently Mandeep Gill, who plays Yaz, will definitely be leaving at the end of the series. But obviously John Bishop's Dan is kind of up in the air as well. I kind of see him as like a 1-season companion. Like, I know we haven't seen him actually in it yet, but apparently it's kind of up in the air. But Sacha Dhawan, yes, will be in the finale as well. That does match up with the other post. And Chris Chibnall has said that, yeah, that will probably happen according to this leak. And he's happy with Sacha Dhawan's performance. So I guess, yeah, that's kind of a safe bet as well. So it would make sense for the Masters to show up. And then apparently Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole might show up as well, depending on if Jody departs or not. So let's summarise these leaks. Alright, so yes, as the whole point of the video is, basically we're just kind of trying to summarise the leaks and get a good view of the finale. So basically, the finale we may as well call it a 2-parter. And episodes 7 and 8 will supposedly explore the origins of the division and why the division existed and what they actually did and why there's such a whole big secret surrounding them. And obviously the Doctor being the timeless child, they'll be explaining that further, and obviously Rassilon will be a key part in, you know, explaining that, because Rassilon was one of the founding fathers of Gallifrey. So Rassilon will obviously show up, and maybe Tecteun as well, because I do remember reading something about Tecteun might show up as well. So we could maybe even see Omega as well. So that's kind of all the major players that from the founding moments of Gallifrey. So yeah, we're going to be exploring Gallifrey's past. Now, there isn't any mention of the whole dying TARDIS rumour that was supposedly leaked ages ago, but again, that could happen as well. But we could definitely see a return to past Gallifrey to kind of get everything explained to us, maybe through like flashbacks similar to the way the Master was narrating over them in the Timeless Children. That could happen with Rassilon. We could see a expanded sequence kind of explaining the Doctor's role with the division and what the division is. And then we get on to the big stuff. So, obviously we don't know what they could reveal about the Timeless Child. Maybe we could get a set number of regenerations that it just gets confirmed that the Doctor lived for this many lives, and then in the next series we get to learn what each life had done. That could happen. That could happen, and it seems very plausible. But, okay, so Yaz's departure could happen. Again, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon saying, oh, the companion's going to die, because we don't know what the series is going to be about yet. But, yeah, there is going to be a continuation with the Timeless Child, so maybe she sacrifices herself on Gallifrey, maybe she stays behind to help restore Gallifrey in the Doctor's honour, or something happens. Maybe she decides to stay behind on Earth now, just like Ryan and Graham, and kind of, build a career and maybe join Torchwood. That could happen, since Captain Jack's back on Earth and has recently reunited with Gwen Cooper. And speaking of Captain Jack, it looks like that John Barrowman isn't actually back for Series 13. It's kind of gutted, but apparently Chris Chibnall does have plans for the future of the character, so that looks good. But anyway, I digress. The whole regeneration for the 13th Doctor. Now, that one is heavily rumoured that it is going to be happening at the end of the series. The Mirror did report on it not that long after the New Year's special aired, and we haven't had any confirmation by the BBC, but they haven't denied it either. And that is the big thing. They haven't denied it, and it is rumoured that Chris Chibnall has always wanted to pull off a secret regeneration, and this could be his chance to do it. Now, it obviously has been leaked, but it hasn't been confirmed. None of the cast have said anything. Jodie's Doctor could regenerate at the end of the series. They could already have the 14th Doctor cast, and that would be huge. That would be huge if they managed to keep that under wraps. Like, we had the whole Secret Doctor thing kept under wraps with Joe Martin's Doctor. We had the whole Captain Jack return twice kept under wraps. Well, the second time was mostly leaked and teased by John Barrowman. But yeah, that's the thing. Chris Chibnall's era of Doctor Who is known for its secrecy, so it could happen. It's very plausible that a regeneration could happen, and it would make a lot of sense. So, just to summarise what could happen in the supposed leaked two-part finale for Series 13, we could be seeing the origins of the division and more information about the Timeless Child. We could potentially see a regeneration and a departure for Yaz. I think that's pretty much guaranteed now. And then obviously with Dan, I would probably lean that he's only going to be there for one season. Perhaps something happens to him. I don't know. We don't know a lot about the character, so that could happen. But it's going to be very interesting indeed, regardless. But this finale could just be a continuation from the Timeless Children, and it won't, just like the previous finale, it won't give us all the answers. It'll give us some, but it'll obviously set up more questions that will be answered going through into potentially Series 15 that could be beyond the 60th anniversary or just before. So some big stuff there. And yeah, it's going to be very exciting indeed. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, it's a little bit different, but I just thought to, you know, get a summary out there of what the supposed Series 13 finale could be. And it looks very exciting indeed. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning into today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like rating and subscribe for more nerdy content. And I will see you all on my next video. Goodbye for now.